Cuatro flats. And here's where a few of the homeboys came and put their placas. And, some are old, some are new. There's Rolo crossed them out. I don't know why, he's my homeboy. Somebody didn't like him. He wrote that in Abril 1964, April. There's the same name, S, Sinners. That's one of the cliques that came out of flats, Sinners. There's some more names down here. Bobby, the flats. 1945. Old veterano. I don't know if he's still around, but he grew up over here where we did. Just like a lot of the other vatos wrote their placas on this place. They would come walking around through here, you know, hang around.
Not everybody could come down here. Like our little brothers used to try to tag along. So like we used to have this rule around here that if you wanted to be, you know, from our cliques, or you used to want to hang around with us, either you couldn't be a snitch, and you got to be, you know, you got to, you know, show that you had courage, that you were brave. Every once so often when we had like one of the older homeboys come down here and say, well, all right, now you have to slide down that and see if you're, you know, show some machismo. Like we couldn't, you know, bring down just anybody. You have to bring down somebody that was brave, and when you hit the bottom, you know, it's not going to be an easy ride coming down. Like you have to show that you're brave enough to do that.
If anybody wants to take a swim, just hit the river. See, this used to be like our secret ground right here, you know. There's nothing here.
Without hiding from nobody, man. It's right here.
See, the thing about this place is nothing here. There's nobody here that can bother us, you know. Like say in the neighborhood where there's people all around, mothers yelling at you, people trying to chase you away, and you know the whole thing. You know, we should come over here and just let our minds go, you know. Like it's when some of me, myself, and some of the homeboys used to sniff glue. We used to come over here and sniff glue and just trip out, man. Like being in outer space right here, you know. You look down all the way down, you know, and it just does something to your mind. See how much imagination you have. See what you can turn it into. This place was a favorite spot of mine. Like there's a spray paint factory over there, you know. We should go and get cans of spray paint, come through here and spray all over the place.
Like the toy factory we had down here, we used to come down here, we used to get our toys from here. This is where we used to get everything that we used to play with.
We used to put a couple of nails on the railroad tracks and see, it used to go something like this. See, right now, there's no train coming right now. But a train was coming, let's put it right here like that, see? Train come by, next thing you know, that thing is smashed. I would have put our only knife out of commission. All right. See that? See how it came out? Can you see that right there?
That's where it goes into people.
So then after we used to go, sharpen it up. Come out, sharpening it up. And then there used to be a knife. We should go around. See a hobo, somebody? They better get out of the way before I take care of you with my little knife. See, because we were little kids at that time. This is a big weapon for a little kid. See that? I think I'm going to save this one, see, because going back to the barrio now, and we might run into some trouble.
Behind me is downtown Los Angeles. And over here, where City Hall's at, there's where East LA starts, coming this way. As far as the eye can see, that's all barrios. There's got to be 1 million or more of people living here. And the majority speak Spanish. Chicanos, Latinos of different kinds, you know. All kinds of barrios. There's White Fence, Dogtown, Alpine, Macy, Hicks Hayes, Alcantaranas, East Los. All it is imaginary borders that the chavalos have done. There's a couple of hundred barrios in this area, you know. This barrio was divided into 3 different sections. Primera flats, Tercera flats, Cuatro flats. When I was growing up here, about 20 years back, this was just one huge barrio. They used to call it Tortilla flats. In the 50s, when the freeways came in, they divided the barrios. What happened is that the guys themselves started getting the feeling that they were in a different barrio now. They call it Cuatro flats.
Sí, 50.
No más que pino.
Y bonito tomate.
Bonito que está.
Oiga, aquí está la caja.
Acomodar la libra maestra.
A 25 y a 50 de vida. 50 el verde y a 25 el amarillo.
Me voy a llevar otra libra, ahorita lo traigo.
40.
A ver, ya sacan mi cuenta. 3, 4, 5. Está bien, así quedó bien.
No nos sale.
Today's a big day around here. Mother's Day, welfare checks. That's where basically letters of this type here. About every house. It's about every house.
Well, how old were you when you moved into projects, Tim?
Yeah, when I first moved in these projects, I was just a kid. Moved here from, well, we came out to reservation in 1959. We came out here. Been living here for like 17 years, most of my life, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and as long as I've been living here, you know, I haven't really seen too many changes made, you know. It's still the same projects. More like a camp. Since I've been here, only changes that have been made, like I say, was more police harassment.
They took out all our bushes, put concrete for their cars, where they could come in more faster for us, try to catch us. by putting concrete all over. Instead of they try to help us, instead of they be trying to help us, they're trying to mess us up. First playground right here. On this side of 5th Street, this is first playground. This side, 5th Street, is second playground. I lived down first playground for already around 11 years. They call me Papa ever since I was small. I always used to wear a sailor hat, and I'm the black sheep of the family, and I'm the one who has the biggest eyes. And I used to wear a sailor hat. My mother used to call me Papa ever since I was small. See, a lot of guys don't know that about, a lot of people don't know too much about my life, man, because I almost keep my life to myself. You know.
So in the units, I don't know approximately how many people live it, but in Pico Gardens alone, which is first and second playground, these two half projects, there's 241 units.
There's about maybe 6 to 7 people living in each house. They have 1-bedroom houses, 2-bedroom houses, 3-bedroom houses, and 4-bedroom houses.
Put it this way, there's like 7 in each house, and a lot of them are teenagers like ourselves, you know?
We're supposed to have, what, 5 swings, and we only have 2 hanging. And those swings been there, when I moved in, that was over 11 years ago. Same swings, same monkey bars. You know, sometimes, man, I'm even embarrassed to bring people down here to the projects, just the way they look. You know, they ask you, where you live at? You say the projects, and they're even scared to come down here. Because they hear a lot of stuff about the cops coming down here and jumping on the people. Easter Sunday, we had a picnic out here, and the cops came down here and just messed up everything. Just for no reason at all. You know, it was a family thing. Everybody was having a barbecue and having a few beers. Tell me the cops don't drink beers. Of course they drink beers. That's good, you know, this is where we live, you know, it's like our backyard here. You know, we want to do what we please since we pay rent. You know? And they come and start harassing us and everything.
I feel these projects are a place where they try to mobilize us like cattle into one section. So like, you know, like we're surrounded by factories. This side is factories. Right here we got a freeway. There's factories back there. Up this way we can't go too far because there's another barrio up there which we don't get along with. I feel we're stuck here, you know?
Before the freeways were tangled in here, there existed lots of small gangs, and everything was split up, and people were just moved out, and they went from Puente to El Monte, just scattered all around. This particular piece was painted in 1973, and it primarily deals with dreams and nightmares that I had, certain visions during that year. And over here we have a group of gang members, seeming tough, seeming kind of rough, but really inside having some type of pain and hurt for something needed in their life. The skeleton represents a person in the barrio that has been sort of thrown around many times in trouble, as well as in situations of pain and anger and frustration. reaching out to try to help his friend, and his inner self is stopping him by coming out and stabbing his own hand, while his friend is loaded and he's stabbing his own friend from behind, to where maybe a couple of other guys that hang around with these dudes are being conflicted with good thoughts and seem like they want to reach out towards a better life or better living.
You may have a kid who dresses like a cholo, but wear the khakis, the white t-shirt. And this kid is looking for a group to identify with, to relate to. So he chooses this group, and let's say that they're all walking down the street, and the police come and they pull them over. So automatically they will be treated in a certain manner, usually with suspicion, with prior assumptions that he's a gang member, that he may have some sort of weapon on him, and that they're going looking for trouble.
When we play in the street, and they came, we'd gone, you know. We'd hide from them, you know. See, that's the kind of environment that we got brought up that where we seen the police, that we'd hide from them, you know. Why? Because we knew they were gonna jack us up, harass us, man.
And I've had cases where a kid has been 2 houses away from his house, and it was 10:10, and the police arrested him for curfew violation. Okay, and because the police knew this kid, because this kid is a known gang member, so he belongs to a gang. But essentially what happens is that his record keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. These are all considered different arrests, you know?
No, you know what, I think they like it, man.
That's all.
You know?
They basically dig on it.
Because they know they get you pissed off inside, man. Because you know if you turn around and you cuss him out, he's taking you in. See, they try to get you to the boiling point for you to hit them almost, you know? Just to take you in, man. And that's why they stopped you, if they can take you in, man. Are you going to hold your mug again?
If the kid, for whatever reason, slightly resists or provokes the officer in any way, and there's several ways of doing it, either by totally being nonverbal, by not responding to any of his questions, you know, which agitates the cop, really gets him pissed, or else if the police will grab your arm and you'll go like this, okay, you know, just to show your defiance, even if that's it, you know. The police officer will arrest the kid and charge him with the most common offenses that you see all the time. One for resisting arrest and for assaulting an officer.
See, that's when you have the shooting or something by police. It's when that they have blown the person so much to that point that he just blows it and does it. And that's what the harassment comes in about, you know? That the dude takes it so much and tries to play it cool that he don't want to get busted. The dude just keeps on coming back and busting him. And that just this time, this dude probably had a couple of beers and just let it go.
Breakfast left.
Identification. Right, my neighborhood right there.
Where are you from?
Mark for life. Anything else you'd like to see? I have other tattoos and other places. Got another one right here. My back.
That's what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then you got a bend over on the other side.
No, pues quítale la lisa, vato.
You got the little butterfly here, the rat over here.
Súbete, vato, de bola, es caliente now. People can't make it out. Firme.
Now, is that nice? Is that nice? Everybody cheese enjoying yourself.
Hi, how you doing?
They're gonna watch, check it out, man. They're gonna start harassing, you know. Just, you know, see what's going on, man, you know. It won't be too much. See, look at that, man.
They'll be hustling.
Go check out the homes, see what's going on, you know.
Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5, and they walk around the neighborhood, and sometimes they even, there's been at times that they even chase people, and all they're doing is just looking at the neighborhood.
What do the handcuffs mean?
It tells you you've been locked up. I've been locked up a long time. The first time I got locked up for pretty long, you know. It's my neighborhood, you know. I want it there, you know, 'cause I've been in it a long time. Cuatro cats. This is a dragon crawling down my arm. You know, I just put dragon because it got a lot of heart. You know, they're crazy. That's the only reason I put it on.
When I get busted too, the cops get it down, all the tattoos I got, you know. And when they see me, they call me Babato and they tell me what I'm doing, you know. Well, I'm taking it off because I don't like it. And, you know, well, I like that girl that I'm putting it on. So I'm putting it on to cover it up. Well, I was gonna put a peacock with 3 girls on it, but then I found this other pattern, and he said this would come with my name up better. So.
What I got right there. It's covering it over. We thread and heel.
Well, the ink will stay on the needle.
Don't go too far in the skin.
You can go like that too.
What's that?
I didn't know it.
This is what I did here. This piece is from a cassette motor, and the bottom piece for the ink pen is from a toothbrush, and this is from a pen. You gotta mount it and a needle. And you have a paper clip to go around this here. This is from a pen, the inside of a pen when you cut it up. And that's about it. I got pressed on it when I, you know, just enough to get into the skin, the needle. Then you gotta like go slow going over where I got here. The outline go slow. I would just be a line instead of dots. You don't want no dot, one line. Does it hurt?
It doesn't hurt that much right now. I don't know if I have to wait.
You make it. It's hot.
She's good looking. I wish I could have it right now.
7 homeboys.
That's large. What are you doing?
Going on. Hey, who's putting on these tattoos? 7, no? Hey, man. Hey, shit, watch that. More for you, man.
Wait till I finish, huh?
Oh, man, it's talking to you, man. This is man. Hey, man, watch that. Picture of Maruca, hey. You don't believe me?
Let me see. Let me see your picture. Real picture.
Yeah. Sean, tell me that don't look like her.
Does look like hers. Does look like hers.
It took 2 hours.
Let me see. We've done it for you.
You know the homeboys here? Come out of prison.
Hey, so what's been happening?
Hey, man, just really a little while ago I found out that little guy died right here in the neighborhood. One of the little homeboys, 13 years old, Cantro's little brother. He was with 4 other guys, and all of them were youngsters, except for one. He was an adult. He was 27 years old. And he took these guys out for a drive last night, around 9 o'clock, and 1:30 in the morning, the mother got a phone call that his son just died in the hospital. He was in a terrible accident. They were coming down 7th Street Bridge. It's a hill. And they were coming down,
and they made a sharp left turn, and they crashed head-on with a diesel. That's about it.
Mato's in the hospital right now. Man.
Yeah, man, it's good. We'll start throwing a collection in a little while, man. But
raise money?
Yeah, help the mother. The mother thought he was all the time asleep. Thought he was asleep. Man.
All this writing here is names of the homeboys from this barrio here. And all they're saying is that they belong to this barrio, Cuatro Flats. Most of the homeboys put their name there because they're trying to give themselves a little recognition. You know, it gives them the feeling of importance, just to say, "Sabes que I am somebody." As you can see, some of it has been crossed off by some other barrios. And this starts a lot of hassle. They don't like that. It's almost like a slap in the face. It creates gang wars, and sometimes it just creates personal fights between the guys when you cross out somebody else's name. It's gotten out of hand. There's even been some guys actually killed because of this, just because of the crossing.
There was a killing, you know, of one of our homeboys, and that's when it all started, you know.
We were just little youngsters when it happened. We were not even supposed to get involved with that. But since we grew up here, we had to get involved with it. Just because we lived here.
It's like being forced into it.
Yeah.
I got shot in the leg because I was talking to some guy from another gang, and you know, we were just talking right there, and then I was walking away, so they shot this other guy, and just because I was there, they thought I was from the same gang, and they shot me and my brother. They said I'm lucky I didn't get crippled.
It's just getting too damn loose right now, you know, all over the place, you know. There's too many killings, you know.
Yeah, that's what I could say, man, you know. But before in our times, you know, it was fist fight or a 2x4 or a lumberjack, you know. But nowadays, you know, it's just strictly, you know, a gun. You don't prove yourself by fighting anymore. You know, he's bad if he uses a gun. Me, I go down the neighborhood sometimes, but, you know, somebody calls me out, you know, I go to the car, you know, I'm not going to that car. The dude just might pull out a gun and shoot me.
When I first did the mural, I got the idea because I've heard of two homeboys that got shot here. It's supposed to have happened right here in front, you know. And when they got shot, I mean, like, each one of them, from what I heard, got 5 shots each, and they got stabbed, you know. So for me, it was, when I got the idea, I did this mural here to sort of try and talk to the homeboys, you know, sort of put them aware as to what's really happening in the gangs, you know. So that's something that they don't see, the actual death, you know. And then I show that little homeboy over there looking at his brother getting shot, you know. So, like, in other words, all he's saying, like, well, he might be next, you know, when he grows up. And that's what I'm trying to show, you know, like, it's just showing the whole thing. The brother and the little homeboy that got shot.
It's been going on for years and years, you know, generation after generation.
So you think these little kids will have the same problem?
Oh, yeah. If they stick around here, you know, they'll have the same problem.
I got a son now that I know it's going to hurt me if he grows up the same way. You know, and I don't want that. Like I'm saying, with the environment my son is getting involved with, it's a different environment. It's not an environment that, you know, there's hassle there or something. You know? He's not involved with somebody that's going to say, hey, you do this, go ahead on, man. You know, I'll back you up. You know, in the environment that you get brought up in, you know, it's the way you're going to be. You ask anybody what they need, man, and that's it, money. I've been to plenty of jobs, you know, lots, plenty. And the money that they try to give us, you know, that ain't surviving. They ain't helping us out. We're getting the hostility from there anyway.
And that's where all
You
the
gotta
hassle
come
comes
home with
from.
that on your mind and everything, and you know that's what blows your mind. Because you got all that, you know, you're working and everything, but you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
I just came here to see if I could just fill out an application. I came from the unemployment office, you know.
Okay, what is your name?
Jesus, Alfredo Labor. L-E-Y-A-B-A. So, yeah.
And I've been here about 3 times. She told me to check every week. Just keep checking, and I've been checking. And I need a job, you know.
No, we're going to see if we can make an application for a job. Yes, sir. Is it closed? And I was going into this occupational center. Oh, you know, when I first got into the program and all that, I thought I didn't know nothing. I was behind class and all that. But as time went by, I started getting acquainted with everybody. I started getting used to it and all that. And I started catching on. And before I knew it, you know, I was the smartest one there, you know. And all of a sudden, a year had passed by and I had 2 years to complete. And then they went out of funds and they told us that, you know, they didn't have no more funds. So they told us we had to go look for another job somewhere else. And that's what really, you know, messed my whole trip all up. Because I was really getting in good on TV, working on TV, learning the block diagram and learning how to run, use a both ohm-meter and meters and all that. And meeting all kind of interesting people, you know, working for companies. Like, we worked for companies. That company sent us parts to put together, and we manufacture them, put them together, put them in plastic bags, and seal them up, and make so many thousands of parts. And we give them back to the company, and the company, like, you know, takes us out for a dinner and all that. But they take us to these chicken shit dinners, like these puff and taco, or, you know, the madhouse over here. Yeah,
Well, that's just like what I was saying, you know, like the schools that surround us today, that they don't prepare us for the job market. What they do, or what they do to prepare us for is for the worst conditions set forward to us, like the $2.50 minimum wage jobs, and that's how we're prepared for it. Our education doesn't reach a level, you know, like the white schools where they get the best training so they can be prepared to go to university, so they can become professionals as, you know, engineering and medicine, lawyers, and so forth.
Up in Beverly Hills High School, they can get they can get a job right away as secretaries and get into a data processing, making probably about $700 a month. Whereas over here, we got to come out here in these factories and look for $250 an hour jobs, you know.
And that's why we're here today. Is because we were, you know, we went through all this process of the school system,
and we're not the only ones.
We ended up here, on the unemployment line. That's what happened.
What are the possibilities of getting a job around here?
Taking applications?
They laid off here recently because they had a plant over in Mexico, and they was bringing all the parts out of Mexico and making the profits and laying the guys off here that's trying to make a living, you know.
They rather hire cheaper help and shit, you know. We live around here to get a job.
They go for the cheapest help they can get with experience, but they hire them as trainees, you know, with experience, you know, anyway, you know.
So we've just been walking up and down these factories trying to find a job, babe. Where's the employment? Right there?
What time does the place open from? 8 o'clock. All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Hey, we'll catch you guys later, man.
Take care.
All right.
Hey, look for you guys in the morning, man.
Hey, my name's Johnny, man.
That'd be nice.
Johnny.
You catch in the morning, man.
All right, we'll be sure to come down tomorrow morning.
If you guys don't come, I'll be disappointed. If they give you any problem, tell them you want to talk with the union steward.
All right, well, let's use the jam back to the neighborhood then, and we'll get up early tomorrow morning and we'll come back.
Tomorrow morning we have to get up here early.
Hey, I know what I know what to do. Hey, let's go down to the boulevard. Want to wait? Let's go. Hey, I got shotgun this day. Hey, I got shotgun. I already called it. You know that. Going up there, so I already got it. Hey, come on, homeboy. You're gonna have to sit pussy. You have to sit pussy, home.
Hey, where you going, fellas? Hey, going down here, don't go on.
Right now. It's alright. Well, it's coming alive, it's coming alive. Watch that ruka right there. This is on the phone. Speedless, you watch that video ruka in the black mic. Right there, watch that. Yeah, there's some rukas right now somewhere. Right in the corner right here. Turn right. I got it. There they are right there. Hey, what's happening? What's happening, man? Yeah? Come on up. Who you talking to? Your mother. Hey, come on up, hey. Hey, we're having a bolote down there in Cuatro, eh? You know where Cuatro Plaza is at? We're having a party down there. You want to go down there? What? Yeah, everybody's invited. One of the chefs is the cars guys around You going to the end of the boulevard? Well, we're gonna start from the beginning. It said come down and go down again. Understand? Yeah. Watch that dude. Hey, baby. What's happening? What's happening? Where you going, man? Where you people going, man? Nowhere. Hey, just the boulevard, right? Hey, hold on. Hey, pretty girl. Who's your friend, hey? Hey, wait a minute, hold on, hey. Watch your right here anyway. Embarrassing. There goes that bomb. There goes that bomb right there. Right here, right there. Hey, what's happening, home? What's happening, man? Where's the bolos at, hey? You don't know bolos? What's happening, mister? You want to happen, brother? Everything's happening. Hey, all right, y ve la raza que no. Sabes que se canta. A ver, no, se quedan. Corran. Funny things are going down. We're going to catch the red line right here. I didn't match the wings. No. Check it out. Gotta have at least. Hey. What's going to match? Match you here? Hey, you know match, homeboy. All right. Get out of this thing. There was something on the side. Get out of here. Wait, hey, what's happening, hey? Let's the bomba right there. Hey, baby. Hey, what's happening, man? Slow down a little bit. Try to get them out in front of us, so you know what I mean? Yeah. That's the main thing, so we get them in front of us. Here they come. Be cool. They're right behind us. Slow down. He's on now. The chicken's out. There they are. It's cool, buddy. Good shot. Slow down, eh? Let him go. On the turn, all right, turn. No, keep going, eh? Turn right here. No, keep going. It's all right. But it's okay. It's all right, homeboy. Ain't nothing. Ain't no biggie. What's up, baby? Salim and Sam. Right here, sweetheart.
Esto. No, babe.
What's happening, pussy?
Much, I gonna go to school then.
Yeah, man, it's wild, man. What time is it, eh?
It's already around 8:30, eh?
Oh, let me get up. I really don't feel like going to school, man, because yesterday, like Alicia said, got through some hassle with the other lots from the other water down there. Let's go, man. ¿Amigo para la escuela?
Bueno, amigo, pues Dios te bendiga, ¿eh?
Tengo un tiempo para comer, pues allá como en la escuela.
Allá comes en la escuela.
Sí, ya nos vamos, sí.
Ok, mijo, bye, bye.
A la mirada, pues.
Bye, mijo, bye.
Let me spray a garra, eh?
Why don't you guys just, sit down right here, man, so that you guys will be all crowded up.
Wait up, how can you watch don't, go to Roosevelt and shit, eh? We can go up there, eh?
Hey, well, we're thinking of transferring next semester, trying to get all the homeboys to Roosevelt. That's our home school. If they don't let us in, man, that'll be Jackson, eh?
I know, what do you think, Johnny? What do you think about Jackson, eh?
I really think that Jackson don't teach you nothing.
They threw me out of, 2 schools already. And for no reason at all, because people would come up to me and they would start something with me, and I would take the rap. And then the next thing you know, I'm in Jackson.
The only reason why the homeboys go to Jackson is because
that's the last alternative.
Yeah, they ain't got nowhere else to go, man.
That's what they go.
But that school is made for misfits, man. It's made for vatos who can't get along in a regular day school.
They can't go to Roosevelt because of the gang activities, so they throw them in Jackson.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
the only thing that's gonna happen.
They throw them out. We're gonna go see why they're throwing them out of sin, and get down to the basics. Saying what the fuck if they're fighting this after school and shit. Get more teachers on campus and shit. Get more patrol cars, patrolling area and shit.
The biggest mistake people do is they fall into things, They fall into things they don't understand, and next thing you know, they're in a lot of trouble, eh? Like some guy gets into a fight, All right, and they're fighting, and next thing you know, he breaks the bottle and he stabs another guy. The guy's from another gang, and what happens is you got a whole new gang war starting up for something that he didn't realize, something he didn't see what he was falling into. But you have to think of the consequences, you know? Like, what if you go up there and you get caught halfway going up there by the cops, or you get caught right after, or you get stuck, you know, everybody leaves you behind, you know? Or you get accidentally left behind, and the dudes from third catch you right there, eh? You know? People have to think more, eh?
We already been through it all, man. So it's up to our brothers to solve the problem now. Say, you know, because you know we can't go back in school anymore. Say, we can go to college, man. You know, we can go to universities, but it starts from grammar, man. You know, it started from grammar, and then from there on in, that's when they start kicking you out, man, and that's when you start losing hope and all that.
How do we fit into this American society? You know, how can we live out our lives as being us, you know? And it depends how far you want to go, because it's all right when you're in the 10th and the 9th grade, eh? But when you want to get to the 11th and 12th, eh, you'll find out that you're more alone. The higher you go, the more alone you are.
Yeah, I just want to find a nice job, just get a family, and just
gotta go to school to find a nice job.
Okay, you can get an education, eh? But you have to go out of your way to get it if you're from Cuatro Flats, eh?
Oh, not really, man.
To me, you do, because you know what? You can ask for help, you can even beg, but to get it, that's a different story, eh? Because a person has to honestly care for you in order to want to help you. Teachers, they'll go in, they say, yeah, I wanna help this guy to learn, to be somebody. Hey, but they only go so far. They only put in their 8 hours a day, and they go home, eh? You know, their anxious is to go home as we are, to come out of school, eh? That's why when I went, I couldn't hack it because there wasn't enough homeboys there, eh? And I didn't like the idea of getting jumped, chased out of school every time that they got in the mood to feel like, messing with somebody. So I went to Jackson. Fine, it was a beautiful school, a lot of friends, eh? But I wasn't learning nothing. I mean, it was alright if I wanted to be a mechanic or poster or learn how to make leather wallets, or belts or something, But that's not me, eh? I wanna go to college, eh? So that left me no other choice to go to another school. And from there, eh, I decided that it's time for a change, eh? For me, I gotta carry on, eh? But I still feel I belong to the neighborhood because I was practically born and raised there, eh? And I've been there all my life, and that's where my life story has been, eh? So I'm not gonna say that, okay, I go somewhere else and maybe I change a little bit in the way I dress, eh? But I'm still part of you, and I believe you guys are still part of me. Right now, the way we're right now, please me on my own.
All these brothers can do is just try to go to school and see what happens. If they get thrown out, all they can do is take the family up there and try to get back up and say why, and that's all they can do about it.
Right, a lot of good points come out of it too, because there's the need for people in the community to group together and stick to each other, to help each other out.
The only thing that's helping a lot is that now we have these mechas coming up, like now we have a direction, like que viva la raza and so forth, Now, those words before we never even heard of them, And now we're hearing all this, about somos chicanos, somos indios,
Good job. I'll put it Mario. Get Mario. Good job. Come on. Good job. Mario.
This is pretty good big.
Mario. All right, All right. Justice for the Mario.
This is the real dark brown version. This is the light version.
This is my shadow.
Yeah, that's my shadow.
You got a job? Yeah, like I told you, $2.50 an hour. I told them I'd been in the service and college and high school and all that, but I didn't help any. They just said $2.50 an hour, and I told them, well, I need a job, so I'll take it. It's just shipping and receiving. I don't really get that dirty. It's not that much labor, so I could live with it for a while.
I'm planning to get married. I want to get away from these projects. I guess that's the only way I really will be able to get away from these projects. Have something to, something real responsibility
for me is to have a wife, have a family. Just to forget about the projects, because it's pretty hard living here in the projects. And I'll be getting married in July the 30th. I already have all my things together, what I need for the wedding, mostly everything. It's pretty expensive though, getting married, especially, everybody wants a big wedding. And I'm gonna have a pretty big wedding myself. I'm gonna have 22 couples. I'm gonna have 3 bands. I'm gonna have a big reception. And it's costing me quite a bit of money. It's costing me over $1,500 just to have this wedding. But I think in the long run it's gonna be worth it, To me, my family, we only get married once, and that's it. I put a lot of time in with my friends, and now I think it's time for me to get away from them for a while. Once in a while I'll come down, but not like every day, because I'm gonna have to start taking care of business. I just try to make life as best I could.
Let's go for him.
Hey, but when he comes, give him these flowers. No? Oh, I'm very scared.
Have you ever been to a wedding like this before? No, first one. It's real nice, man. Put it right here. Wait, put it right here.
Hey, Rachel, that's what it is.
Boom.
I think everything's gonna be just the way it was planned. Everything should be all right.
Say goodbye to another homeboy, you think?
I'm not saying goodbye, but he's letting us know that he wants to be with his family right now. He wants to get his get it together. He said he's gonna be around still. He's gonna come down and visit us, or whenever we have a chance, just go visit him. So it's better, to lose a homeboy like this than, to lose him forever, It's supposed to be a happy occasion.
I've been married myself. It's not the guy. He's gonna have a lot of fun. He's gonna run into some hard times and bad times, but it's part of life, man. They can't be involved with people, and have their marriage at the same time, because when that happens, it causes too much problems. That's why people separate. No, beer cans. That's why people separate too much, because they take their marriage into, the social life, getting loaded and everything. That's why a lot of brides can't take it sometimes, And the dudes, they don't give a fuck anyway, So, but I'd rather the dude just go off and build his family, Forget about everything that's happening around in the neighborhoods, Because his family can't take care of business in the neighborhood, They have to take care of business, for themselves, in their life, Build their family, man. The street doesn't need people, There's too many people in the street as it is anyway, Right.
We ask this for our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. This is the Lamb of God, who takes away the sins of the world. Happy are we who are called to this banquet. Lord, I
Hey, we're leaving now. Go get in your car. Ronnie, let's go. There's the car over there, Ronnie.
Right here.
You want to take pictures? It's going to be at Elysian Park.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations on wish you happiness.
I wish too.
May the gods bless you. May the warriors be standing by your side. Hey, Carlos.
The air conditioning.
Boy. You gonna sit on that hole? ¿Cómo vas a sudar, Ron?